And we're back. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? And hopefully you had time to go get popcorn, or I guess if you're in the U.S., getting your coffee. We're here with Dr. Reinhard Schlemmer, the executive board member of Vinci Energies. Thanks for coming.
Well, thank you for having me.
How's the forum been so far?
Good. I'm fully energized.
That's good. You're gonna need it because we're gonna grill you. No, just kidding. We'll talk about it's a topic that is maybe being discussed quite a bit, but I feel like it's a huge topic. AI, of course. You've been you know all about this topic. Can't stop talking about it. But there are some concerns that people are, scared of robot armies and that kind of thing, which, is kind of silly. Obviously we should be cognizant of this stuff. But I think one of the big concerns is there an energy concern with AI? Because it's very energy heavy.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's also consuming a lot of course, computing takes up a lot of energy. But then at the end of the day, if you use it properly, and AI is going to help us to optimize the use of our resources. So yes, we will use more energy by using AI, but on the other hand, the benefits of using AI to optimize the way we do things will balance it and will outnumber it. So at the end of the day, it's well invested, I say.
So will these limitations then, the energy limitations, actually going to throttle AI future at all? Like maybe in the immediate, not the long term, or how does that practically play out?
We always thought, computing power will throttle down the development. But at the end, it doesn't. At the end, we always find new ways, better ways to do it. And the next thing to AI will be to combine AI for certain application, for certain problems to be solved with quantum. Of course, quantum is very energy intensive, but it also shows that, and we did a first small proof of concept for an AI solution where classical generative AI just came to its limits. And we made a hybrid approach. It's about the optimization of ventilation ducts in a large building. And really, this is very promising. If you combine classical AI, generative AI, with the power of quantum computing.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that later, if we can put a pin in that, because that's a really good topic. But so am I hearing that AI will accelerate quantum computing? Is this what I'm hearing?
No.
Or are they interdependent? How does
well, AI is as an approach is on a software level. Quantum computing is one of the underlying technology, whereas with classical computing, you use quantum computing for certain problems. It's just more massively parallel. So you put AI on top, and you use either classical conventional computing or AI or quantum to solve your problem.
Yeah, so
and in some cases, hybrid.
Yeah. Now, what's the impact on the grid then? Because I know that you guys are also working on that.
Yeah.
So specifically heating and cooling.
Well, I'm not so much concerned about the energy consumptions from computing, even though it's, of course, going up dramatically. And the more we use AI, the more it will go up. The grid stability and consumption is more impacted by us going to EV, to electrical vehicles. That's where really, or replacing conventional heating with heat pumps and all of these things. That is the real challenge for the grid. Yeah. The rest is doable. The engineers know how to do it.
And that's good. I'm glad you brought that up, because you guys work in efficiency. Yeah. Making things more efficient. And like, as you point out, some people worry that like EVs are going to suck too much energy and it's going to cause this problem on the grid, on energy. It's going to choke out energy and our ability to produce it. But I mean, aren't these technologies going to be the very thing that usher in more energy efficiency in the long run?
Yeah. If you take total energy consumption, fossil fuel versus, at the end of the day, we will be more efficient. And it will push us to be more efficient, to cope with the limitations of the grids. I mean, you cannot expand the grids exponentially, so you have to cope with what's there. We will see, and we see already a large reinforcement and extension of our grids. But that's going to give us limits, physical limits that are there. So we have to cope with being smart and being more efficient, how to use and when and how and where to use the energy that's available.
So are we going to see a scaling up then? Because I often think of like computers in the 90s. Yeah. Like we would probably need its own power plant to scale. They sucked so much energy down. And like modern laptops, and this is just like back of the napkin math, so you probably know the better numbers at your company, but modern laptops are like 70, somewhere 90% way more efficient, but they can do way more. So are we going to see that same principle then apply with all the modern forms of transportation and lighting and heating and cooling? Is it safe to say that trend continues, or
Well,
are there exceptions and concerns that you have?
short term, maybe some concerns. It's always a matter of speed. But the engineers out there and research that's going to improve the battery concept, the battery storage, the whole energy management concept, which needs more AI to do that. Will bring us there that it will be much better at the end. It will work. Technological progress will push us there. It's just a matter of how fast do we push from the governments, the use of electric vehicles, etc. Is technology ready, or is it just does it take another 5 or 10 years? But looking back in hindsight, the technological advancement was always much faster than we had thought. Especially when it comes to computing and also energy efficiency.
Yeah, I like what you said about. I don't know how you said it. I wish I could rewind in live. But you said something about needing AI. I know that there's obviously the fear of AI, which is one extreme. But do you think a lot of the problems that you're dealing with, a lot of the problems in energy, a lot of the problems of sustainability, are finally solved with AI's development?
I would not say finally solved, but
okay. So I'm taking it a little too far.
But
a little too
excited. Be an absolute. I don't like to talk in absolutes there because
absolutely.
Technical advance will be continuing. So yes, AI will help us to master it because we need massively more power to react, and it needs to be real time to go into the full efficiency. So we cannot do it with conventional approaches, and for sure we cannot do it just as humans, manually optimizing systems. That needs to be done on a constant basis, and there, generative AI is a perfect tool.
Yeah, because I've heard, it's not your industry. Well, you probably actually helped this industry a little bit, but I often hear industries like trucking, and they'll say well, AI is going to replace truck drivers. And meanwhile, the carrier industry is like, thank goodness, because we don't have enough drivers. We need some kind of help, So I see that down the board, a lot of people fearing AI replacing jobs or AI setting us back. It actually is solving a lot more of the problems than we thought. And based on at least your writings, you kind of agree with that.
Fully.
Yeah.
We see a severe shortage of skilled workers, and if especially here in Europe, if you look back, a couple of years in the future, demographics are such that we will be missing a lot of necessary people in our workforce, engineers, etc. So the only solution to stay competitive for us will be to use robotics and high power computing and AI to improve it, to do more with the people we have that remain.
Right.
Be more productive and also change the jobs of people. So you take away the tedious routine work from people, and they can concentrate on the real value added, on things that a bit more fun than just doing an Excel spreadsheet in a very repetitive manner. It's not exciting. Doing the analysis afterwards, that's exciting. So let the system prepare it, and then you draw your conclusions.
Yeah, so to put a cap on this and tie it to, it's actually very easy for me to tie this to the overall theme this year, but yeah, I think the energy sector is often put in a very unfair spotlight all the time. And I'll give you some example, we develop wind farms to be more responsible, but then they kill birds, and we develop solar, but then they're not recyclable, or we want to go nuclear, but it's unsafe, or we want to do coal, but it's dirty, right, and it's pollutant. So what is creative resiliency? What does renewable energy future actually look like? And I guess a footnote is society ever going to agree with you? Are they ever going to get it?
Well, it's a technological advance. We have to stop thinking that things are perfect right now. They will be better tomorrow, and and the day after tomorrow, because the ingenuity of our engineers and technicians are in optimizing these systems, finding new materials that will be better for battery storage, for transportation of energy. The efficiency of systems using energy will improve. So 10 years from now, we will look back and we will think, wow, gee, we thought, this it's not going to work, but it's going to work. We just need to be open in terms of what technology, when, and how to apply.
What are
and
those
certain technologies today maybe are a bridge technology anyway. So
yeah, like, so what are some examples of that? Because you were mentioning, like, you mentioned some clues there that let me know that you see a few things in the future that most consumers do not. What are some of those things with our last minute? What are some of those things that get you really excited that's going to happen in the next 10 years?
Well, that's...
with the next 30 minutes.
the next 30 minutes, yeah, no.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Well, maybe the way we see electrical vehicles today, maybe transition technology. Maybe, in 20 years from now,
oh, interesting.
we will have different, maybe hydrogen will come back in a different form. That's, there's different avenues, and I think that could be one of the solutions, that we are more open for certain applications, yes, for certain applications, not.
Yeah, I mean,
it will be maybe more diverse. Not one solution, not this one key that fits to it all. It's not going to be one silver bullet. We'll maybe need a couple of them to,
With our last minute, actually 47 seconds really, in your most recent Vinci speed dating event, because that's something you're really excited about. Just last 20 seconds, can you just talk about what's a couple future new technologies and great startups you're seeing?
Well, it's... they're all around the idea of bringing in smart approaches to solutions which are today done rather conventionally. And the nice thing with this dynamic startups is they really go at it with a totally fresh approach. And so they're helping us and our clients to let's think differently. And you thought this doesn't work? Well, it does work, but you have to do it. So that's why we're so excited about these startups, because they're just they don't have the borders of this classical operations performance thinking, which of course our clients and we need to have, because we need to, at the end of the day, deliver.
Well, I could talk to you all day. It's a fascinating field. I'm glad you're with us. Dr. Reinhard Schlemmer, Executive Board Member of Vinci Energies, and I'm Justin Brady here on Drucker Forum TV.